Hey guys, it's me again, and I'm just coming along to do a quick video on new moms slash infant care products that I find, being this is my third pregnancy, that I've been compelled to use again. I know I haven't had the baby yet, but these are just the things that I have narrowed down over the past 2 births that I find that I go back to all the time and that I like and that I just want to share with you. The first one is for breastfeeding mothers. It is a HPA Lanolin nipple cream, because whenever you breastfeed, your nipples can get cracked. It can go as far as bleed when, you know, the baby is there sucking. And it gets irritated because we're not used, especially newer moms, like first time mothers, they're not used to having someone suck their nipple, you know, every 2 hours. You know, that might sound creepy, but it's the truth. Your body's not used to it yet. So for you to adjust, it took me a time personally with my daughter, and my nipples were very sensitive, and the lactation consultant at the hospital at the time had recommended this. She had given me a little sample tube, and I just couldn't find it anywhere. It was like this little tiny little tube, and it finished so fast because it worked, and I really liked that it was working. And back then I couldn't find it anywhere, and I reverted to using my own breast milk ointment, I would say, to soothe my sore nipples. And that is also something that you could use, because your breast milk has fats and oils in it, and it's like a natural remedy that you could do as a new mom. But for me personally, this lanolin cream is the best. You know, it's rated #1 brand recommended by a lactation consultant, and I guess I know why. But I definitely recommend all the new moms, the moms that just had their baby, that are feeling very painful sucking and, you know, sensitiveness in that area, to go ahead and try this. You can find this at Walmart, Target. I don't know if they have it in Babies R Us, but you probably can find it online anywhere. It's the HPA Lanolin Cream. Second thing is this baby monitor slash sound monitor that I have had for my daughter and my son, and I'm going to use it again for this third baby. I have had this for going on 4 years now, and it's crazy because I was literally packing this up. That's why it's all tucked away in the box with all the pieces, because I was packing it up to send off to one of our close friends that was going to have a baby. But I didn't get the chance to send it off, and it just so happens like 2-3 months later I find out that I'm pregnant. So, you know, it's a good thing, you know, slash bad thing that I didn't get to share this goodness with her, but I'm just glad I still have it because it's not cheap. Anyways, what this does is this little square thing here, you guys can't really see it. It goes under the mattress, and it senses the movement of your baby throughout the night. And if it doesn't sense movement within a couple seconds, it beeps. It's like a beep, 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 beep. That's the noise that it does. And, you know, it gets annoying sometimes, because you know how infants, well, for new moms, they might not know, but infants, their breathing is not regular. Their breathing is kind of out of a regular beat, I should say. So, you know, this helps. But for me, prevention is better than cure, my mom always says. And I found that it really came in handy for my daughter when she came home from the NICU, and for my son. And, you know, I had one of these in, I believe this part goes in the baby's room. Excuse me. And one of these could either go like in the living room or in your bedroom, wherever you're sleeping. And wherever you are, you can put the baby down, and, you know, it does its little thing to help make sure you know that your baby is moving in the bed while he or she is taking a nap. And along with other things that I found really helpful for myself, for my newborn daughter and my newborn son back then, was the handy dandy breast milk pads. I think I said that wrong. The nursing pads. These things are a lifesaver. I've gone through different brands. There's not a particular brand that I like, but I do enjoy having nursing pads because when your milk finally comes in, you get full so easily after your body adjusts to the feeding schedule of your newborn child. And if you don't release the milk, you will start leaking. And even sometimes when you have forgot the terminology, but a letdown, whenever you have a letdown, you know, it's not like your nipples have like plugs to keep them closed, but the milk will come out. And these are, I'm going to open one just for the sake of it so you guys can see. These are just the bomb. Let me say the least. This is the front, and then the back it has like stickers or whatnot, and it pretty much goes on your bra. This could be your bra, and this is the inside of your bra. And whatever you have a letdown or any leakage of milk, I mean, it's not like super absorbent, but because you have to change it, but it helps keep you from having those little embarrassing leaks. When you're out in public and you hear the baby crying, they'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm having a letdown, and you start leaking all over the place. These things come in so handy, and they are absolutely worth every penny. You go through these so much. This box has 100 individually wrapped nursing pads in them, and you're gonna go through these like crazy, trust me. But it was so worth the money for me to get boxes like this. And you know, you could put them on your registry, 5-10 boxes, because you are going to go through them. You're going to have to change them because you don't want to get infection, and you don't want bacteria to build up. You don't want to get mastitis and all those things because you're not properly releasing the milk that's in your breast, or you know, just a whole bunch of stuff. So these things are good to have. This is the same brand as the Lanolin Cream. These are their breast pads, and I picked these up at Target. I don't remember the price, but you can find them at Target or Walmart. The second thing is in the category of nursing. I love these type of nightgowns. I don't know if you guys can see it very detailed, but I love the nightgowns with these little straps, and the hemming, or the stitching I would say, is pretty much like a, where is it? I don't know. There's a stitching right under your chest bone. Your chest bone area here, and it almost acts as a the way they made the nightgown, it almost, the top part of it almost supports you like a light support of a, I would say, sports bra. And with both my two children, I wore these so much because I couldn't deal with the whole buttoning down of my shirt to breastfeed at night. So with these, and you can also stick your nursing pad right in the insert without having a bra on, and you don't have to worry about fighting in the middle of the night trying to unbutton your shirt, or you know, unclipping a nursing bra. You could just pull it down and feed your child. So these things have been, this type of a nightgown has been really helpful for me for my 2 past pregnancies, and I'm definitely going to stock up on these little spaghetti strap. Comfortable, they're loose, they're stretchy, it's easy to take off, easy to put on if you happen to leak. And you know, I love these type of, I don't even remember where I got this from, but you know, you can find them anywhere, these little spaghetti strap nightgowns. And along in the nursing category are nursing bras. These things, I mean, there's no particular, well, there is a particular style that I like. I haven't tried this particular one out, so I'm not sure, but I like, well, it's not really a nursing bra. I like to wear like roomy sports bra whenever I have my child and my milk comes in, because it gives me my breast room to fill in some sense without squeezing me, restricting the amount of milk my body wants to produce. So go ahead and stack up, what's that? Stack up on some, you know, probably a size bigger, what's that thing called? Sports bra. Those are good also, and they're less expensive, trust me, because real nursing bras are a killer in the pocket. This one little nursing bra, and it's not even like top brand nursing bra, this one bra was $19. So you can get like a little sports bra for probably $6 and save yourself the hassle. But whenever I do go out in public and I'm wearing a certain type of blouse or top or something, I tend to stick with more, you know, modern fit nursing bras. And I like the ones with these little clip, what is this? These little clip action here that, you know, you could, it goes on and it has this little clip thing here like that, and it makes you, I mean, it's more suitable for button down blouses. I wouldn't recommend these type of, well, I wouldn't even recommend not wearing a button down blouse in public if you're going to nurse in public, because it's a hassle to lift your shirt up or move your shirt to the side. If you have a button down, you could unbutton like 2-3 buttons, unclip the bra and nurse your child. As well, you know, some people are brave enough to nurse, you know, publicly and expose their whole self, but I'm not in that game yet. So, you know, that's a good thing to have, is you know, a couple good nursing bras. They come in very handy along with, let me start here first, along with a good old breast pump. Yeah, right, breast pump. Well, along with a good breast pump. The Medela, this brand breast pump, is a brand that I know my hospital used. I don't know if they still use it, but for my son and my daughter when I was in the hospital, well, more for my daughter, they had the hospital grade Medela pump. I don't know if it's the same grade pump that's in this box that you buy from the store, but let me tell you, that Medela pump in the hospital when my daughter was born worked miracles, because that pump got my milk flow started early, and I was just producing more. I mean, you have to have a set schedule as far as making sure your body, you know, knows when the baby is feeding, even though you're pumping, to keep your I guess your flow slash, you guys know the word I'm talking about, keep it all in line so you doesn't like lose how much milk you're producing. I spent the money and I got this one from Babies R Us. I got this from Babies R Us, and you know, I'm gonna be so happy when I get to try this, because I remember the Medela back in the day in the hospital, and after my daughter was born, you know, that thing got me going as far as my milk flow was. And I'm just so excited to be able to have this brand this time around to try with my third child when she comes. And of course, when you have, even though you breastfeed and you pump, you're not always doing it at the same time. So sometimes you want to release some of that milk that's built up in you, and that's where the pump comes in. And when you need to, you don't want to waste that precious liquid gold, as they call it, get yourself some storage bag, some breast milk storage bag. I've used this one. I've used the Nook, the NUK one. Nook, yeah, the NUK one. And you know, they're just great to have. Get yourself a little permanent marker, whatever you have. Write the name of your baby if you take your child to a nursery or a daycare or whichever. the time you pump, the day you pump. And you know, if you guys can research it, but I don't remember the shelf life of breast milk in the fridge versus the freezer section, but I know the lifespan of the milk is different. And I know that with my daughter, I stacked up on breast milk like crazy. With my son, I didn't breastfeed him that much because of medical issues that had happened to me. But this stuff was amazing as far as storing my breast milk. And they're not so big in space. I mean, you fill them up and you can tuck them away in like a little filing order. But these were really worth it. And last but not least, I believe, is whenever you do decide to, you know, you can pump and feed through bottle, or you can formula feed. But I remember going through, I don't know, hoops of trying to figure out what is the best bottle to use for my daughter when I was a first-time mom, because I just remember her crying and having so much colic and gas from, you know, sucking in so much air through these bottles. And I just remember landing upon the good old Dr. Brown bottles, and I still use them to this day. My son is 2 and he gets his chocolate milk at nighttime every once in a while in his bottle, and he enjoys it, and you know, it's comforting to him. And even when I had to switch from breast milk to formula with my son, these bottles, it was, you know, yes, your child will get colic, they will have, you know, unsettled stomach, even though you have the best of bottles. Sometimes you just can't avoid it. But to reduce the risk and the percentage of that occurring to your child, for me personally, the Dr. Brown bottles were amazing. And these things really, 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 I just saved my husband and my life when my daughter and my son in the middle of the night from crying and fussing. And when he or she did have, you know, a little upset stomach, we used a special, it was not really a special, it's a homeopathic colic. I think it was like Walgreens.com. I don't know if they have it on the shelves now in store. I don't know. Or infant care. I hope this video is not long. But, you know, they have so many cute little get-goes for little kids these days. But the good old button-down pajamas, I call them snap buttons, for me personally are the best. Because at nighttime, with the zip-ups, with the one with the zip, you have to zip all the way down and you have to expose your child's chest to the cold at night from the AC if you run your AC at night. And to me, I didn't too much like that with my kids because I had gotten some of these little pajama booties with in my, like, as gifts. But I always found myself using the ones with the button because I didn't have to unbutton all the buttons just to change their diapers at night. I would only have to unbutton the leg area, keep their little tummy covered up, especially when their umbilical cord isn't healed completely, and, you know, change them, stick their little legs back in their little footy area, and they're good to go. So I really recommend you guys, mom, if you're even if you're going to a baby shower and you're watching this and you're not the one pregnant, pick the mother up some of these snap pajamas for her child, because it's really worth it in the middle of the night. And you might not know how worth it is until you have a child that you have to deal with in the middle of the night that's crying and that's blowing up a diaper that you have to change every 10-15 minutes. These type of pajamas slash booty pajamas are really worth it. And along with clothing, in the clothing department, I like to use, I forgot what these things are called, but I like to use these little, you can call it swaddling blankets. Not really a blanket because it's thin, but I use these as burp cloth when I have the baby. I just throw it over my shoulder. Excuse me. I've used it to swaddle my child. And, you know, you don't have to carry the blanket, the burp cloth, the, what do you call it, the bib and all these things with you. You can just tote around, just maybe two. You can have this on your shoulder, or even if a guest comes and you don't want them to for your child to go in their dirty clothes for them coming in your house and stuff, you can have an extra one of these to let your guest hold your child. And make sure your guest is using hand sanitizer and they wash their hands first of all, and is not breathing all upon your newborn child. Okay, back to reality. So you could have one of these to for your child to, to keep them comfortable, and it's not hot and it's not too thick, and they could use it to swaddle your child again, and you can use it to your child spit up. You can use it as a spit up rag, a burp cloth, or whatever you want to call it. And last but not least, these little what do you call these, mittens. These little mittens for your baby's hands. I didn't want to flick anybody off. These little mittens for your baby's hands. So the trick with these little thingies are, because I know they could easily fly off and your baby's there scratching up his or her face. The trick that I've come to learn with these little mittens, when you're putting them on your little newborn little tiny hands, you don't want to stretch this thing out like this, because it's not built for like sturdiness, I would say. It's just built to comfortably go around your baby's wrist without squeezing them too hard, cutting off their circulation. So if you stretch it out like this, of course it's going to lose its grip. So when you go ahead to put it on your child, just gently pull it and slide your child's hand inside the mitten. You don't want to over pull it and stretch it out, because it's just going to be worth it. And that is about it with my video. I hope this is not super long, but I tried to get everything in there as much as I could, and whatever I have forgotten, I would definitely put it in to another video. Maybe later on towards the end of my pregnancy I'll do another video. But I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again Friday or Saturday when I do my 23-week pregnancy update. And I'll see you guys soon. God bless you, and I love you. Bye.